Hi. So today isn't really a story. It's about something that I wanted to talk about. And it is still a book, so I'm going to read it. It's called Worries, and it's written by Paul Christelis and illustrated by Jamina Jara. I hope I've got those names right. So are you ready? Let's read it. Worries. Have you ever been worried about something? Maybe you've been invited to a party and you're worried that you won't know anyone else. Or perhaps someone you love is ill and you're concerned about what might happen to them. Well, we all have worries from time to time. Parents, friends, teachers can all worry. It's a normal part of life. When worries fill our heads, they can make us feel anxious. Anxiety makes us feel ill. We might feel all wobbly inside. Our hearts might beat a bit faster. Maybe our bellies ache and we don't feel like eating. Worries can make us behave in different ways. Some children might feel sad or angry. Others might have bad dreams or have difficulty sleeping. You might find it difficult to concentrate or feel scared to try new things. Or you might not feel like going to school or spending time away from your loved ones. Sometimes worrying can be useful because it tells us that something is wrong and that we need to get help. If your friend got hurt in the playground, you would worry for them and you would take them to the school nurse or call a teacher. But worrying can be also unhelpful. This happens when we imagine bad things happening to us, even though there's nothing wrong. Sometimes we may worry about bad things happening by asking ourselves what if questions, such as what if I fell out of a tree? Or what if my dog was ill? What if questions do you ask yourself? Worries are nothing more than unfriendly thoughts. The more we think about them, the more anxious they can make us feel. But there is good news. Even though these thoughts feel real, they are not. They are only thoughts. You can't get a hold of the thought in your hand or see the shape of a thought. Try it for yourself. Think about a pink elephant. Can you see one in your mind? That pink elephant is only a thought. You can't really touch it or smell it, can you? It's the same with worries. Even though worries are not real things, our bodies still feel anxious when we think about them. Our bodies believe that worries are real. So, what can you do to make yourself feel better when you're worrying? Luckily, there are many things that can help. You can choose to place your attention on something that is happening now rather than get lost in worries about the future. A good place to start is to focus on your breathing. See if you can feel the air moving into your nose as you breathe in and out of your nose as you breathe out. Notice that each breath is different. You can also notice what's going on around you. If you are outdoors, you might feel the warm sunshine on your skin or see the colours and shapes of plants and trees. Listening to sounds can be very calming. Birds tweeting, a breeze blowing, or music playing. See how many different sounds you can notice. After taking in sights and sounds for a few minutes, you will probably notice that the anxiety and the worries are not so loud anymore. It also helps to write your worries down or draw them. And once you've done this, fold up the paper and place it into a worry box, like a tissue box or a shoe box. Place the worry box on a shelf or in a cupboard. You can open the box at the end of the week and empty the worries. you might realize that they aren't worries anymore. Sometimes all we need to do when we are feeling worried about something is to talk to someone. Our parents, caregivers, brothers, sisters, friends, anyone that we trust, even our pets. Sharing our worries helps us to move our anxious feelings out of our bodies. It's like opening up a window in a stuffy room. Fresh air flows in and everyone feels better. It's also helpful to remember that every so often things seem worse in our imaginations than they really are. And we are often a lot braver and more able than we think we are. So that's the end of the book. So it wasn't a story, but it's something I wanted to cover. Worries. Everyone has them. I have them. Parents will have them. But how do you cope with having them? Does it affect you by hurting your head? Does your heart beat a bit faster? Do you have stomach aches? Does it make you feel like you don't want to be around people or you don't want not to be around people? You want company? For me, I cope by talking to people. And that's what the book suggested. It suggested having someone to talk to, or even writing your worries down and putting it somewhere out of the way so you don't have to think about it. Different things work for different people. Find what works for you. I hope you don't have worries, but it is a part of life. Anyway, the next story will be a story, and hopefully it will be a bit more upbeat, so it will pick you up. Okay, until then, bye.